Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Andrew Wiggins out indefinitely with personal matter. For the second straight season, the Golden State Warriors need to make up for a slow start with a strong stretch run. And for the second straight season, they may have to do it without their best defensive wing player. Andrew Wiggins missed Tuesday night's win over the Washington Wizards with a personal matter. The timing is eerily similar to what happened with Wiggins last year, when he missed the last 25 games of the season with a family matter. Neither Wiggins nor the team ever confirmed the reason for his extended absence, but Shams Charania reported that his father, former NBA player Mitchell Wiggins, had a serious medical situation. There's not likely to be an explanation from the famously private Wiggins, nor is the team likely to put pressure on their starting small forward to hasten his return. Last year, he returned to the team after a 51-day absence, and returned to the court for the first game of the Warriors' first-round series against the Sacramento Kings. Wiggins showed no signs of rust, averaging 18 points per game in the first round before broken ribs slowed him during the second-round series with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Warriors do have superior depth to last year's team, whose bench minutes were often disastrous. Now they've got young supporting starters Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski, and bench help from new sixth man Klay Thompson, and the newly healthy Gary Payton II and Chris Paul. Still, there's no one on the roster who provides both part of 3 and D the way Wiggins does. Although Draymond Green's 44.6% three-point mark has been a revelation this year. After a slow shooting start, Wiggins has made 40% of his three-pointers since December 1st, and routinely guards the opposing team's top scorer. But Golden State has no choice but to hope for a speedy, positive resolution to Wiggins' personal matter, especially with 15 road games in their final 25 contests. But it's likely that they'll have to make do without Maple Jordan until the playoffs, assuming they can get there without him. Warriors, Chris Paul drops championship truth bomb on career. Golden State Warriors guard Chris Paul has come close many times and has had many teams that were capable of winning the NBA championship, but he has yet to reach the mountaintop, and he was brutally honest about how he would feel about his career if he retires without a ring while appearing on Dwayne Wade's podcast. Straight up, even though I think I'm gonna win a championship before I'm done, yes, absolutely, Chris Paul said when Dwayne Wade asked if he felt his career would feel incomplete without a championship. I can't even process not winning a championship right now. That's literally how I'm built. But I love what I've been able to do with my career. And I was probably a lot more stressed about that once upon a time. Throughout his career, Paul has made runs at a championship with the Los Angeles Clippers, Houston Rockets, and Phoenix Suns. He hopes that he can win that first ring with the Warriors, a team that is one of the main reasons that he does not have a ring right now. Paul has gone through many playoff battles against the Warriors, and especially when he was in Houston with the Rockets, the Warriors narrowly beat teams that would have had great chances to win championships if they had advanced. Paul then reached the finals with the Suns, and fell short to the Milwaukee Bucks after taking a 2-0 series lead. Regardless, Paul is focused on doing whatever he can to add that one missing piece to his resume. Tension rising between Klay Thompson and Warriors owner. Klay Thompson and Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob have suffered some strain in their relationship, according to The Athletic's Sam Amick. Here's what Amick had to say in the report. Thompson always knew he would likely have to wait until his free agency arrived this summer, what with Lacob's well-chronicled hopes of ducking under the second, and possibly first, luxury tax apron compelling them to let the roster landscape fully unfold before adding salary. But it's clear their relationship has suffered some strain along the way, with league sources indicating that Thompson has received no assurances from on high that his hopes of retiring happily in a Warriors jersey someday will be a shared priority this summer. Both sides, it seems clear, have no clarity about what might happen when that time rolls around. Lacob has previously expressed confidence that the Warriors would eventually work out a deal with Thompson. But even if the two sides do eventually come to an agreement, it seems it may not be an easy road to get there. Thompson has been a shell of himself this season, and his struggles have led to moments of heated frustration for him on the court and on the sidelines. If this frustration seeps into contract negotiations, that's where things could get ugly. Thompson is in the final year of a 5-year, $190 million contract, which is paying him $43.2 million this season alone. He is averaging 17.2 points per game on 37.6% three-point shooting this season. Both of those figures are down on last season, when he averaged 21.9 points per game on 41.2% shooting. Draymond Green delivered one of the most savage pieces of trash talk of recent memory when he roasted Paul Pierce during the home stretch of the Truth's career. Chasing that farewell tour, Draymond said at the time, "They don't love you like that. You thought you was Kobe?" All these years later, Green says his comments have been validated. "It really pissed me off because I'm like, now you got me off my square," Green said of Pierce's trash-talking on the Club 520 podcast. "You got me jumping at a Blake Griffin pump fake. And, I'm just like, bro, shut up. You ain't like that. You chasing this farewell tour, and you ain't like that. The reality is, you don't get a nickname like The Truth if you not nice. So, Paul Pierce is nice." However, with Kobe passing away, that statement, it did not age like spoiled milk. Because, we saw the magnitude of Cobb once he passed. The world stopped. And so, when you look back on that statement, it was the truth. It's safe to say that Green's brutal remark resonated with a lot of people, likely in part because Pierce was never liked much outside of Boston. Whether that's because he went off in a wheelchair during the finals, or because of his various comments as a member of the media, or a little bit of everything, Pierce has become a bit of a punching bag in recent years. So when Draymond went in for the kill, and praised the beloved Kobe Bryant in the process, everyone piled on. Warriors rookie Brandon Podziemski has been starting in place of Klay Thompson, and one insider has revealed how the young rising star feels about it. "I talked to Brandon Podziemski, who is now starting in Klay's place, and I asked him about what's been the dynamic since you've entered the starting lineup between you and Klay, and he said it is awkward because he understands what Klay means to this team and the run that they had, but he says Klay has been supportive," Haynes said on the #ThisLeagueUncut podcast. He said he's helping him, sharing with him where he should be at on both ends of the court in different sets. They do play together in the rotations that they use, and he said Klay has made it clear to give him the ball, like get me the ball when I'm in there, so Klay is looking to shoot that bad boy when he gets in. Although head coach Steve Kerr said that Klay starting games from the bench wasn't necessarily a permanent fixture, it sure seems to be working. In the Warriors' win over the Wizards on Tuesday, Thompson scored a team-high of 25 points from the bench and shot 9-16 from the field, while grabbing 3 rebounds and 4 assists. The 4-time NBA champion has admitted to the benefits. "Honestly, it's been a pretty seamless transition," Thompson said. "It does have its benefits as far as letting the game settle, seeing the floor before you enter, and just relaxing." Klay also added that starting the game from the sidelines eases his nerves. "The nerves, especially when you start, can be apparent when it's a big night," Klay said. "But when you're coming off the bench it's a little easier to relax, and I think my game is showing that." The Warriors have won 8 of their last 10 games. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.